Well, hello and welcome to the My Bike Motorcycle Insurance Australian Superbike Championship presented by Motul. My name's Tom Reynolds. I'm the media manager for the series, and I'm joined today by the man who's currently third in the championship, a former winner of the championship himself. Please welcome all the way from WA, Bryan Staring. G'day.
G'day, Tom.
Now, mate, we're talking this season thus far, and you were hot out of the gates at the start in round one. You and the Ducati came on terms really quickly, and 45 points out of the Phillip Island round one was a pretty great way to start things off, and obviously with a race win as well. Take us through it.
Yeah, that one was kind of, a little bit unexpected, only that, as you say, everything was quite new. And there was actually a lot of riders in this similar position this year that were on new motorbikes, new teams and so on. I'd say that probably didn't expect that result at Phillip Island, but we certainly knew that we were capable of it. And it was a fantastic way to start the series. So don't know what else to say other than that. It was, really enjoyable for me. It's always enjoyable when you win, but I guess it'd been a while since I've had a win, so or it felt like it, and that was great.
You were quite emotional, though. I mean, we're used to seeing you guys being pretty ecstatic in terms of, winnings like that. But for you, it was really quite an emotional moment because, obviously with last year going south and the last couple of years, indeed, of this championship being quite difficult for everybody involved. Take us through those emotions because it's as I said, it's a little unusual to see you guys feeling so involved.
That one, it got me. I think that it was just the fact that I'd been through a little bit, I guess, with Kawasaki having pulled out at the end of last year. They didn't bother going to the final round. Whilst we're always putting our best foot forward, we weren't always competitive. I wasn't so sure exactly. I guess for a long time I wasn't so sure where my future lied in the sport, but also that if I'd have a real chance to be competitive again, and I guess they're the factors that added up to the emotion. So
we love to see it. You love to see it, and when we love to see it in the sport, and we love to see it in someone such as yourself after, as you noted, a bit of a year in the wilderness. Take us through the relationship now with Ben Henry because and with the wider DesmoSport team because, the opportunity fell in your lap and it was fantastic to see you signed on with them. You, like most people in the paddock, have known Ben Henry both as a team owner and as a competitor himself. That relationship obviously really important. And how's that been working out?
Yeah, look, I think it's working great. Like Ben and I have a long relationship prior to our current involvement as team manager rider combo. But yeah, look, Ben has established himself as an absolute professional, and the package and not just the motorbike that he's preparing and presenting on race weekends, but as a team and everything that they're able to produce, Ben is putting, I think, how am I going to say it? I think that he's setting the level and the bar in the Australian Superbike Championship, and from a media sense, from a presentation sense, and in a preparation sense, there's certainly plenty of teams that have strong motorbikes, strong riders, strong packages with staff and personnel, but certainly the one that Ben has created is one that's up there with the very best, if not the best.
Bryan, jumping onto the Ducati has been a bit of an unusual experience, I think, for everybody who's experienced it, because despite the fact that it shares so much in common with every other motorbike on planet Earth, it is quite a different beast to ride. Can you take us through what it has been like coming to terms with it after being on, inline fours into the V4?
Yeah, I guess, and it did take me a little, whilst it doesn't seem like it on paper because we won the opening round. The truth is that I didn't take to the bike immediately, and we did. Ben typically put together a great package of testing prior to our first event, and I didn't just jump on the bike. I wasn't just fast and comfortable immediately, even though certainly immediately I could feel the potential of the bike. but we had time up our sleeve, so I kind of took time. I wasn't in any rush to get comfortable, and I think that really put us in good stead actually to get a lot of foundation work done with the bike. But essentially, I guess in answering your question, to really compare it to the other motorbikes that I've ridden and raced, um, engine characteristic is incredibly smooth. The RPM level is insanely high. Um, and chassis wise, I would describe it as rigid. And I guess that's really what ultimately took some time to work around is my sensation with the front tire, and how the fork is feeling underneath me in comparison to sort of say how the bike works. So yeah, I guess that's about the best way I can describe it.
Now, you got that great points haul out of Phillip Island, and obviously Wayne having a hay shed incident did your chances no harm. But it's been a difficult grind ever since. You know, Queensland came away with 38 points, which was still 25 points, which was pretty tough, and a couple of crashes there. And then the last round Wakefield, it felt like that you might have been. You were really struggling. It seemed like that you seemed like you were running a different tire to everybody else, given the bike just wouldn't hook up. Can you take us through what went on, especially in round three, the most recent round at Wakefield?
So, I wouldn't say we've had such a bad run since then, but at Queensland Raceway, we were able to challenge for the lead, and between Mike and I, we'd cleared out from the rest of the field, and I guess we had a pace that weekend that no one else was able to run. Unfortunately, in race one, I made an error while I was trying to win the race, and I didn't. Well, I did get some points. I crashed the bike, but I still managed to finish the race and take 5 points home from that one. So yes, look, obviously not the not the best result, but had I do I wish I could have just finished second in that race? Absolutely, uh, but but we were super competitive that weekend, and if not for my error, then we would have had fantastic results. Moving to Wakefield, yeah, that one was a bit of a struggle, and mostly just on the Sunday. We weren't brilliant on Friday, but we recovered well in qualifying on Saturday, and I had good pace. But yeah, Sunday didn't work out for us, and there's still some question marks, I'm going to say, that are left from that race, and that race day. And I guess really, like, in not meaning to be coy about it, the truth is that until we get back to Wakefield Park, I don't think we're really going to understand exactly what happened on Sunday. So there's a few too many variables to really pick what happened.
But let's look forward. We're going to Darwin now. It's a circuit that's, it comes at a strange time of year. We're coming out of certainly for the Southerners, coming out of a cold time of year, and in Victoria, my God, it's been cold the last few days. But into the warmer weather and into a circuit that has a bit of everything. It's got a long straight, so there's plenty of horsepower being asked for, but also some technical sections and so on. How do you think? I mean, traditionally you've gone quite well there, but how do you think your new package and so on will go up in Hidden Valley?
I can't see why it wouldn't be really good up there. As you mentioned, it's got a long front straight, which, like, our motorbike's fast. And whilst I do think there's good parity between all the bikes at the front of the championship this year, there's no denying that our motorbike is fast. And I've had great results there in the past. And then if you look at the team's results from last year, Ollie won a race for sure, but I'm just trying to think now if he actually won the overall for the weekend or not. But anyway, let's say that the package that is underneath me is a proven one up there. And really, to be honest, like, it's a proven package pretty well everywhere. So, the bike's always going to be competitive. It's just a matter of, rider and team putting pieces of the puzzle together to make sure it all works efficiently. But yeah, look, I can't wait to get to Darwin. Now, it feels like it's been a long time since we've raced now, since Wakefield, and Darwin is always an exciting one and always a pleasure to get up there.
Bryan Staring, thanks for dropping by on the My Bike Motorcycle Insurance Australian Superbike Championship presented by Motul video catch-up ahead of round 4, the Darwin Triple Crown. We'll catch you just in a couple of weeks up in sunny Darwin, and we'll look forward to seeing you then.
Awesome. Thank you. See you guys.